Mary, what was it like being the mother of a king like this?
Only a mother knows how it feels, what it's like, your baby growing in you, living by you. Every bite you eat, nourishing yourself, nourishing him. Exertion, exhausting you, exhausting him, your joy, your sadness, felt by both of you, connected, bound together beyond the womb. For life, I know who he is, but to me he was my child. I loved him, like any mother would love their own.
It sounds like losing him was very painful for you.
In pain, time has an unexpected way of slowing down. The past, even recent, seems to stretch so far into the distance.
So how did this story begin with you?
The visit with the angel, arduous journey home for the census, his birth in the stable, the visiting magi, fleeing to Egypt, losing him on the way home from the festival, finding him in the temple, becoming a young carpenter, turning water into wine. This was all just the beginning, but so much more happened after that.
So much more, huh? Do you think Jesus forgot where he came from? Did he get too busy for you?
A son can't deny his mother. He was teaching, leading, healing, doing miracles, always challenging the proud, but forgiving all, embracing those in need. But he never forgot to embrace me as his mother.
Those are wonderful memories. But how did you handle the crucifixion?
It all seemed so very long ago as I sat at the foot of the cross, looking up at him, dying, stripped of his clothes, beaten, bloody, crucified like a common criminal like the two he was hanging between.
What do you think those men thought of Jesus dying with them?
Those men who shared his fate knew he was innocent. They knew that he was a king, the king. "Remember me when you come into your kingdom," one of them said. And my Jesus replied, "Today we'll be in paradise together." Jesus, dying slowly, in agony, but still embracing, forgiving others, trying not to cry. My son, taken from me, torn from me. Only a mother knows how it feels.
John, now I know a little bit about you. You were the disciple Jesus loved. Tell me about your experience with Jesus.
Jesus had power, undeniable power, unmistakable power, but he was not all powerful yet, disconnected from God.
Really? Wow. So powerful, but not in a way like the kings of today.
No, much different. He was powerful, but he could also feel pain in a powerful way. He laughed, he wept, he knew what it was like to feel overwhelmed and to feel great sorrow. At Gethsemane, he said he felt overwhelmingly sorrow, so much that he said he could die under his burden. This is the man he was, all powerful and yet all feeling.
So far, hearing from the others, it sounds like he may have had it easier if he had just used that power to get himself out of trouble, right?
He could have avoided the pain and suffering that he experienced. He had the power to do so, but he embraced it. What was it he said? To gain your life, you must lose it. Self-sacrifice. It's only sacrifice if it's a choice. And Jesus chose to give his life. Even though it hurt. Even though he didn't have to. And it broke our hearts.
I see. So nobody had power over him. but he chose a fate like this.
Jesus said, "No one takes my life from me, but I lay it down of my own accord. I have the authority to lay it down, and I have the authority to take it up again."
That sounds like an extremely brave thing to do. It must have been hard for you, though.
It absolutely was. I saw him beaten and cursed, whipped and scorned. He felt the pain. Believe me, it was excruciating, unbearable, unjustified, and unfair. I saw him drag his own cross as far as he could before exhaustion overwhelmed him. I saw him nailed to the cross and hung up to die the most undignified death. But he bore it all with dignity. I loved him. We all loved him. How could we not? And now he's gone.